Right. Hello, good morning, good morning. How we all doing? It is another Saturday of 30 minutes of dyslexia with Blessing Ingyape. This is just one of my favorite sports every Saturday, being here and talking to you about dyslexia. So I'm Blessing Ingyape, and let me know where you're joining us if you're watching us, okay? And let me also know if you can hear me loud and clear. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Okay, so in this month of July, we're going to be doing um, more series on bringing in people who are going through our training to tell you their experience. You know, when it comes to setting goals, I know a lot of educators who had set their goals, that this year they're going to learn how to teach children with dyslexia. I know because some of them reached out to me like, okay, I don't have the finances this January, but before the year runs out, I'm going to enroll for this training. I'm going to save and enroll for this training. But interestingly, most of them still haven't enrolled for the training, and you'll be wondering why. And that is one of the reasons why we're bringing people who have, made their wish into a reality. There are people like you, there are educators like you. And we're going to be talking to them about the experience. Is this worth it? We're going to be talking to them about generally about the training, okay? And personally also telling you how you can plan towards it. Now, I always say that when it comes to personal development, the first thing is not even money. The first thing is not money, especially if you're on this platform. You realize that the first thing is not money. But let me not talk much. Let me bring them in. Okay, let me bring him in. Our guest today is Mario, and he's already here.
Good morning once again, Coach B.
Mario. Hi, thank you for joining us. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, how is the weather over there? Because I know
Mm,
here in Abuja it's raining.
Yeah, the weather is amazing. It's raining right now. Everywhere is
Okay,
really
okay.
cool.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, patience. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so quickly, for those who haven't met Mario before, tell us about you.
Okay, my name is Agbinya Mario. I've been an educator for over 6 years and a special need teacher for 3 years now. And I'm also dyslexic. So if you're wondering, this man, is he really dyslexic? Yes, I am. It's amazing to
Yes,
hear.
it is amazing to hear that. I mean, if you've been following us here at Dyslexia Help Africa, you remember that we had Mario once on our Instagram Live where he shared in detail his, dyslexia story. So you can go to Instagram and check out IGTV and you still see that show there. Okay, so now this even makes it more interesting for me because having struggled with learning difficulties yourself, okay, you say your teachers then not knowing what dyslexia is, how did that
Yes.
affect you? Being in the classroom with teachers who don't even know what is happening to you. How was that effect on you?
It has much effect on me because if you don't know what a cause of a thing is, you can actually not help out. So that was my case. As a kid, I struggled through school, even as an adult. To date, I still struggle, most especially with spellings, because the foundation that I had was not solid, because my teacher never knew what was wrong with me. They felt maybe this one is not that intelligent, but that wasn't the case. I was actually struggling, and which has affected my learning to some extent. But because I was determined to strive in life, despite the challenge, I never let the challenge put me down. I struggled on my own without much help to be where I am today. I
Hmm.
wish my teacher knew how to help. Perhaps maybe I would have been more better and maybe a better guru than I am today. So
Wow.
I,
Okay, wow. I'm thinking of
uh,
that. You've done so much for yourself, even with all of those struggles. So, can you give us some instances? Okay, so one, instances of some of the experiences in school with your teacher, and then I'm sure others are wondering, especially Patience, that is your course mate here, is wondering like, Mario, you really struggle with spellings. I don't know about that. So give us some maybe one experience of school, and then one experience of some of the words you struggle with and how you struggle with them.
well, like I said, the experiences in school was horrible. But because, let me say, I was smart, so you could hardly detect that I am struggling with spellings. I make a lot of rehearsals, most especially when it comes to spelling, difficult
Okay.
ones, the ones that are lengthy. My course involve a lot of words that are not even English, like Latin words, where you
Mm.
have to learn over and over and over and over. So I had to make summary of spellings, of spellings, of spelling. And most of the times I use acronyms to help me remember spellings because that has
Okay.
been my top secrets. I use a lot
Oh,
of acronyms, yeah, to learn how to spell. And
okay.
when you don't spell well in biology, any wrong spelling, even if it's a letter, you're marked wrong. Nobody
Wow.
cares. Yes, nobody cares. So it,
Wow.
it was really a challenge. And they would not
Wow.
even say, oh, maybe this guy is struggling or he got something one wrong. They will just fail you. And imagine
Mm.
what that could be when it comes to academics in school. And
Wow.
even in real life too, I struggle, but all thanks to a dictionary that is carryable now. You can take it anywhere you go. So it's not like in the olden days where the dictionary is so bulky that you cannot carry. So what I do is I quickly check spellings up without even knowing. You can be looking at me and ask me to spell something in less
Yeah.
than 2 seconds. I've checked it up. So I will just check the spelling and know how it is spelled. And it has really
Okay.
helped me a lot. Yes.
No, that is so true because I'm currently learning French and have a French dictionary. So with that French dictionary, if we are chatting, I can confidently speak French, because I can check it up, merge the words I want to tell you, pick them up and send them to you. So you clearly understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's when you have time to pronounce those words that you realize that why
It
do you
becomes
say
a
pronounce
problem.
this word in a very funny way? But with my
Yeah.
dictionary, I'm a French pro and I have it on my phone. So if I want to ask a question like, what is Mario doing here today? I know today, I know what, I might not know the other words. I'll just go to dictionary, type the sentence,
Pick it up.
pick it up for you. So I totally understand that. And yes, acronyms are amazing. I think for the dyslexia stories that I've always read about, most of the dyslexic have always used strategies to help them. Yeah, they are always having a strategy that helps them. So I can really relate to the acronym you're talking about. Okay, now so you enrolled for the dyslexia training, the intensive dyslexia training here at Dyslexia Help Africa. So why did you enroll for that course? Why are you there?
Wow, what an amazing question. The reason why I enrolled for the dyslexia training is not far-fetched. I have been there and I know what it means to struggle and the ignorance that is out there. A lot of people don't even know what dyslexia is, let alone how to help children with dyslexia. And that is the reason why I decided to enroll in the dyslexia training with Dyslexia Help Africa so that I can help myself more because I am still struggling. I can help myself more and help a lot of kids out there and also be an enlightenment to teachers. who are still ignorant of what learning disability is. You know, a lot of
Wow.
teachers look at students who are struggling, they are helpless, not because they don't
Yeah.
want to help, but they don't just know
Yeah.
how to help them. But with this
True.
knowledge, I can also share with teachers, educators, and even parents so that they can better help children who are struggling with dyslexia.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much. That is so true. That is so true. And yes, dyslexics always make very amazing educators, and a lot of them that I know are actually teachers. I noticed that with my 8-year-old, while we're teaching her, we have new kids coming. So she had already mastered her letters. So this particular younger child we had that was about 5, 6 thereabout that would throw behavior tantrums when you want to teach him. But each time this other 9-year-old girl is teaching her, she will be calm, And the thing is that this 9-year-old actually, we didn't even know that she's been watching us and learning how we teach. So the exact method we're doing, like give me letter A, give me letter B, write letter A, those were the exact methods that she was using for this other year old. And we're like, wow.
Yeah.
And always said that she wants to be a teacher, even during
Hmm.
professional consulting in school. She says teacher she wants to be. She come dressed in her corporate and holding her books and her portfolio and all of that. So no, truly,
Yeah.
um, people with dyslexia really make great educators. And I think it's because it is something they have experienced or it is something they are experiencing. So they are able to understand better what the kids are going through. So they are not just sympathizing, but they are empathizing with them. And I believe that a lot of learning has to do more with what the child even thinks of themselves, which has to do with not exactly what you're teaching the child, but how you are teaching it.
Exactly.
Yes. You can be teaching a child and shouting, and the child might not calm down to understand what you're
To
saying.
understand,
Yeah, but
actually.
come from that part of empathizing, it's better to even get the students. All right, thank you so much, Mario. So, how has the experience been so far in the
Wow,
classroom?
the experience has been amazing, especially with what I have learned with the structural literacy. It's so amazing with kids now. Very amazing. I have this
All right,
3-year-old child that I teach, though she's
okay,
non-verbal, but
okay.
with the help of the structural literacy, she knows her letters, both the capital letters and the small letters, and can even match them with the sound sporadically. No matter how you scatter them, she knows the sound, she can give you the sound, and she also knows all her 2-letter words, even though she's
Wow,
non-verbal. Yes.
wow,
She
wow, that's
knows her
amazing.
animals. Yeah, she knows her animals very well, and even her fruits too. Yeah, it's
Wow,
really been amazing with this training I've got. I can
wow.
say proudly, yes.
I love that. It's so sweet to know that you're already using the knowledge you have gotten from the dyslexia course even before graduating. This means that these are things you can apply. Okay, they are not
Yes.
theory, they are very practical. Okay, so someone says, and God bless you, Blessing and Ingyape and Mario Agbenya for the great job. It is very important to understand the challenge the child is facing to be able to help him or her learn more ways. That's exactly true. Although I can't see your name because it's showing Facebook user, but just in case you want me to see your name next time, there's this link that has been attached to this video from StreamYard. Just click on it, and each time you post on our StreamYard shows, we'll be able to see your name. No, that's very true. You can't help a child if you don't even know how to help. And there was something I read that really struck, you know, that you love a child with dyslexia, or that you're sweet does not really help a child with dyslexia. So let's assume you have a child with dyslexia in your class. You have not learned, you don't know how to teach children with dyslexia, but you're kind, you're sweet, you understand, oh, I know you're struggling, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, you're being empathetic and you're being sweet and you love the child, but the child is not going to change.
Of
Okay, the
course.
child is struggling, yes, until you know exactly how to teach that child. Okay, so you already shared with us some of the things you're already doing now that you're receiving the training. So are there other plans you have after, finishing your course? Because I know by July ending, you'll be done with your course. What are your plans?
Yeah, my plan is to create an awareness after
Okay,
this training. Yes, because knowledge gained and not shared is not knowledge at all.
word.
So when you gain knowledge, you have to share the knowledge to others because you cannot be everywhere at the same time. But
Yeah.
when you share this knowledge, the knowledge can go round and then lives can be affected. So after the training, I'm going to create an awareness to be able to reach more and more of teachers and
Wow.
even kids too, so that they
Wow.
can know that what they are facing is not a disease.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel that learning disability maybe is a disease with the brain, something is wrong somewhere, that they are not normal. But with the awareness, they will know that it's normal to be born like this because we are not God. So we have to embrace it and then find a way to overcome it. So that's the awareness I'm going to be creating so that teachers can be aware and they will be able to help children who are struggling with learning.
Okay, wow, that's great to know. And because it's so important that these kids know that what they have is a gift. Because I always say that if you get to study the brain of the dyslexic and you get to study dyslexia generally and you understand the strengths that come with it, you realize that it is a blessing. But of course, it doesn't always feel like it is because of the struggles and everything. But I always say that just imagine these kids have the right help right from kindergarten. They won't have to struggle that much when they are in third grade. Why most kids struggle is because they have struggled so much, and it's when they get to the point of writing, which is usually in grade two, grade three, that people start looking for help. But these kids receive the help that they need right from the beginning, right from when they are in preschool, and we are able to harness their strength and give them a positive mindset, they are going to do amazingly well. That it will be hard for you to even tell that they are dyslexic if they don't tell you, because they must have learned strategies on how to help them struggle with some of the words and spellings that they do. Wow, and great plan you have, because I remember when I started the whole dyslexia awareness, I just believe that, the true heart of a dyslexia teacher is the heart of that person that wants to help. So it is first of all your willingness to help. First of all, your willingness to help. And I remember when I started dyslexia awareness, I was working at my former place of work. So I would usually don't have holidays. Work round the clock with no holidays, no holidays at all. And during the short breaks that we had, just 2 weeks. So you just take 2 weeks in a year that you want to go on break. So those 2 weeks, I'll take those 2 weeks and I'll create awareness in my state. That was in Benue, because we had a lot of people calling Abuja in the office and asking, do you guys have a center in Makodi? Do you guys have a center in Ben? I was like, okay, so this is my state. So let me start something, and from that little awareness, we have grown here to Dyslexia Help Africa, and we're helping more people. And I'm super excited because right now uh, the research says that just about 2% of teachers in Nigeria have ever heard the word dyslexia. So it means with people like you and I creating that awareness, we're going to be increasing the population of teachers, of teachers, so that they will know more about what dyslexia is. Thank you for that amazing plan. Thank you, great. Okay, so I know you've spoken about the structured literacy program. So what
Yes.
else have you learned at the course, during this course, or as you're going through this course, that has been so interesting to you? Share some with us.
Like I said, they have learned a lot of things from the training, but the part that really strike a chord is the phonemic awareness, that we have to understand the sounds of letters to match them to the letters to be able to know how to read and then spell. Because the words that we speak are mostly made up of sounds, and that if we don't understand the sound these words make, it becomes very difficult to be able to spell them. So with this training, I know I'm going to improve more on my spelling because I've got to know the individual sounds of letters, how they make the sound, and how to segment these words, breaking them into syllables to be able to spell them properly. So I believe the structural literacy program has really helped me, and
Oh,
that is one of the aspects I really enjoyed most. Yes.
okay, so somebody made a post. Somebody made a post here on the structural literacy. So let me read it. It said, "And structural literacy is so important. Once taught reading using the structure, it becomes permanent, and the spelling problem is automatically corrected. It's automatically corrected. You find children taught reading using structural literacy, even when they have, even when they have dyslexia, they have little difficulties in spelling. I love the method, and I wish all teachers can learn this teaching method." Yeah, so true. He's also said, "I love the structural literacy too. It makes teaching reading and spelling effortless." And it's so true. Teachers need to know this. You know, when a child can read, it's not all of the phonics they do in the classroom with the child cramming all of the words. Believe me, when you take this structured literacy, when you take it step by step and you build it up, I mean, that's the secret. Using the structured literacy, combining it with a multisensory approach. The only thing this method um, needs from you is your patience, your time, and your creativity. It works. It is research based, and it works all around the world. It works. All right, thank you so much. So, and this is one of the things you get to learn when you enroll for the dyslexia course. We make it practical. We ensure that it sinks in deeply. Okay, so Mario, now
Yes.
let's talk about money because I know that when we start talking about this training, a lot of educators, "Oh, I don't have the money." Ah, ah, Please, what word do you have for educators who are saying, I want to have this training, but I don't have money"?
Okay. And to educators out there who feel that money is a challenge, money is not actually the challenge. The challenge is the determination and the enthusiasm to learn how to teach children with disability, learning disability. When you have that enthusiasm, money is a minor thing because there are a lot
Yeah,
of free courses you can actually take for free. So money is not
exactly.
actually the challenge. If you haven't enrolled for the course, maybe it's because the conviction and the passion is not actually there yet. So if it's there,
Yeah.
you will do anything. I mean, anything to make sure you acquire the knowledge, even if it means saving a penny little by little until you get there.
Exactly. And especially here at this community, this group, I know that I'm always giving discount, free,
Yes.
discount,
Yeah.
free. And you
Yeah.
jump on the discount too. You jumped on the discount. So I believe especially if you're on this group and you haven't taken the training, it is money is not exactly your problem. You should think deeper about what the problem is exactly. Because I don't think money is, okay? No, it's not. I don't believe it is the reason why you have not taken the course. There is something that because if you want to take this course, you will take this course. A lot of opportunities. And like I always say, Coursera has also an amazing course on dyslexia. Yes, and it is very detailed. So you can even start from there. It's very demanding, but at least it gives you an idea on how to help your kids. So our goal is that you're able to help these kids with dyslexia, and there are a lot of ways you can do that. Being consistent here at Dyslexia Help Africa, the community, the Facebook community group, is already more than enough to teach you ways that you can help these kids. I know I have done a Facebook Live before on the structured literacy. I didn't go deep into it, but I took them step by step in a way that if you go back and research on them, you'll be able to help these children. So you have a lot of information and resources everywhere. I love to always quote what Tony usually says that really there is no excuse for ignorance anymore. There is no excuse.
Yeah.
There are courses everywhere, the internet is there. And I remember Lizzie, who is also taking this course, one of our teachers in Nassau, she said that while she was waiting to take this course, money was also the problem for her. But she said, wait, why do I have to just sit down and do nothing because I don't have money when the internet is there? So she took her Saturdays, and she said Saturdays are her research days. She's going to learn about dyslexia. She's going to pen down her thoughts and her plans, how she plans to budget and pay for the training. And the last time we met physically in the conference, she was just showing me her notebook, full of details of dyslexia. She even told me the first case of dyslexia. I personally don't even know the first case of dyslexia. She was like, this was the first time dyslexia was discovered, and this is the first person that had dyslexia. So, money is not the problem. Person is your heart. And believe me, desire is so strong. There is something
Exactly.
about desire that makes that thing desire begin to gravitate towards you. So you can plan towards it. Okay, so before I let you go, Mario, so if you have the opportunity to talk to your teachers, then okay, some of them are like teachers we have now. They are in school, they are teaching kids, they don't know what dyslexia is. What would you say to them?
Okay, I will say to teacher out there.
Do you get that?
Yeah, yes, I get the question. I
Can you
will
hear
say
me?
to teacher. Yeah, I can hear you. I will say to teachers out there, love and compassion alone is not enough. You should back it up with knowledge, and that is get trained on how to teach children with dyslexia. When you have the compassion, you have the love, you have the empathy, in combination with your knowledge, then you will be able to help. Because it won't be enough when you love someone, oh, you just pity the child, oh, you are so, oh. Without the knowledge, then you will go nowhere. So I encourage every teacher out there who have been doing the good work to get enrolled in Dyslexia Help Africa to have the knowledge on how to teach children with dyslexia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Network is breaking.
All right. Thank you so much, Mario. Thank you for that advice.
Thank you,
Thank you
man.
for the difference you're making in the community of children with dyslexia. We appreciate you. Hello, guys.
Thank
Let's
you,
give
man.
Mario a digital clap. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
All
Thank you,
right.
man.
I will see you in class.
Thank you, man. Bye.
All right. Okay, and that was Mario sharing his experience with us. You can take this course, and for people who are asking, okay, quick information. The course is a 3 month intensive course, one on one, you and I, back to back. I get your response one on one. Ask some of them who are in the class. I need to hear from you directly. You need to send me voice notes. You need to talk about what you're learning and what you're getting from it. So the course originally goes for 50,000 naira. That's approximately about $150, right? But if you're here in Nigeria, 50,000 naira flat rate for you. Um, Few days back, I did a discount for people who want to take the opportunity, and we slashed it 20% off, and it went for just 30,000 naira. That was just for the day. And a lot of people jumped on it. That's what I keep talking about. If you really want to do this course, you can. And for today, for just today, just in case you have stumbled on this show and you really are interested, well, I'm going to be slashing it down for you too. We'll take off 10% and make it just for you to pay just 90%, which is just about 40,000 naira if you're watching here in Nigeria. Okay, so take advantage because we'll be starting the next uh, batch of this training sometime first week of August. And as we grow closer to the day, there will be no discount to go back to 50,000. So if you want to take action today. And if you know someone who wants to take action, they should take action today. I also understand how it can be for some educators here in Nigeria. So we usually have a payment plan that can help you. And you see, we still have like a lot of days before the training starts in August. So you have a lot of time to plan and strategize how you're going to make payments. Nothing should stop you from getting this training. You should get this training before the year runs out. Okay. All right. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Hey, Angela is in the house. Angela does amazing podcast. She's my mentor when it comes to podcast. I'm coming for you soon, Angela. So you teach me because we need to start a podcast for for families of children with dyslexia. And believe me, you all are going to love that when it started in August. And yes, Angela is going to mentor me and teach me on that. Thank you, Lydia, for joining us. Yes, thank you. Love and compassion is not enough. Get trained. Thank you, Mrs. Inkere, for being here. Amazing woman doing such an amazing job in the community of children with Down syndrome. I just have great people all around me. Some of you here, I really can't see your name because you haven't given StreamYard the opportunity, the freedom to put your name up here. And it's easy. There's a link attached to this video. After I'm done with this show, just click that link, okay? Fill it up, and anytime you comment on any StreamYard event, your name will show. But don't worry, after now, I'm going to see the comment and I'll see your name and I will acknowledge it personally. Thank you, Pat Akande, for joining us, and every other person that I can see their names, okay, or that didn't get comments. So I don't know if you're here or not. Thank you. All right, people, have an amazing weekend, okay? And always remember that there are no limits. Every child can learn. So from me to you, bye.